5 years down the road, I'm getting sick fast.
Back in August, Sister Cindy Mahoney said she knew she did not have much time left to live. And sadly, she was right. According to David Worby, the lawyer who represents thousands of workers who claim they're sick from trade center exposure, Sister Cindy died early yesterday morning in South Carolina at the age of 55.
She kept gasping, and she just died gasping for air.
Worby is the one who prepared this video of Sister Cindy's dying message. She said she had no regrets about her many months of volunteer work at Ground Zero, even though she believed it would be the cause of her death.
I faced my own mortality. Well, I said, yes, I want to go down there. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. Nobody knew. But if there was a need.
After 6 months of blessing remains, praying with weary emergency workers, and counseling grieving family members, Sister Cindy was recognized by the Red Cross for her achievements and featured in national news stories about America's spirit. But she hoped her most important impact would be in the use of an autopsy after her death to help prove the case that trade center toxins are killing people.
I had a job to do after she died, and the job was to let the world know, don't forget these rescue recovery workers. She came to 9/11, a healthy 50-year-old woman who was athletic, had never smoked cigarettes, had no prior exposures to any toxins whatsoever.
A baseline autopsy was started yesterday in Newberry, South Carolina, and additional tissue tests will take place in the coming weeks that could confirm the existence of trade center particles in her lungs.
She was indefatigable in her service to people. And then she came down with this lung disease that I believe is connected to the exposure at Ground Zero. I want the truth to come out, and I know she did.
More often than not, autopsies are not conducted, and there's very little extensive pathology work on trade center workers who have died so far. David Worby has hired Dr. Michael Bodden, the former New York City medical examiner and currently the coroner for the New York State Police, as a consultant in his case to help evaluate the results. Worby is due back in court in his case against New York City tomorrow afternoon.
So what happens if they find that there is World Trade Center dust?
Even if there's dust, it doesn't necessarily mean that they can... Dust will most likely have come from World Trade Center exposure. But even when you find a cause of death, it doesn't necessarily explain how that person got sick. And, these autopsies are not always conclusive. We're being cautioned that you can't always draw a conclusion from them.
Either way, it's sad.
Definitely sad.
All right, thanks, Melissa.